Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. It is the year 2260, and if you've been watching, you saw in the last video we made a bunch of contacts. I have the map in a mode where it shows the AI's attitude toward me. So you can see that we have two empires that really don't like me, one that's very friendly and then some that are pretty neutral. So we'll see what we can do about that during this video. I made a bunch of trade offers to the empires that are kind of neutral toward me. A bunch of one-sided trade offers where I just gave them, you know, energy credits or food or minerals or something, and I didn't really ask for much in return. So I'm trying to make these empires, even the fallen empires, I'm trying to make them all friendlier toward me if I can. And so far they are accepting my very one-sided trade deals, which is not surprising really.
Diplomatic alert. Supranational federal entity established.
The serene cannabinoids and the Kelzen have formed a federation called the Galactic League, so that's noteworthy. But never mind that for right now. The PSN Scientific Module 2 has found a disturbing tangle of technology hidden in a deep crater on an asteroid. Evidently someone has, with rather simple means, managed to stabilize a one-way wormhole, and Science Officer Coadjutron 11 quickly asserts that the asteroid is the exit point. The other end opens up somewhere in uncharted space, some light years away from the black hole, and small quantities of dark matter are being siphoned through the wormhole. Whoever set this up seems to have abandoned the operation. So we have found a dark matter deposit, and this is fascinating.
Special project complete.
We had a special project going because of a ship that we found drifting, and the ship was towed out of the debris. We sent in an away team, and it turns out it is a murder scene. Only one crew member has been found, a long-eared amphibian biped who appears to have been stabbed repeatedly. The ship is, by the death of its crew, up for grabs. I laughed right there because I picture Jar Jar Binks for some reason, the long-eared amphibian. But anyway, the ship is fitted with very efficient thrusters, the structure and design of which are beyond us at present. The vessel is not armed, seemingly having been used as a transport for important personnel. Repurposing it into an exploration vessel would be a minor undertaking. However, if we instead deconstruct it and study the engines in greater detail, we could maybe capture some of its genius and translate it into practical improvements for our fleets. So we have two choices here. We could repurpose the ship into a science vessel and we would gain a science ship, or we could tear it down and study the engines and we would gain an enhanced speed modifier for our existing ships, and I think I will do that.
Communications alert.
The cannabinoids don't like me enough just yet to allow me into the Galactic League, but the Galactic League is offering me association status, and so we will agree to that. Detailed surface scans of Trijam 4 have identified a large impact crater containing the wreckage of several ancient starships of unknown design. The ships appear to be completely devoid of life support systems, leading us to suspect they were either unusually large drones or controlled by some form of artificial intelligence. Interestingly, the hull of the ships was constructed out of living metal, an exceedingly rare and inorganic material with many unique properties. This metal can be programmed to assume a certain shape or form, and it will slowly regrow itself if damaged. Over a period of several millennia, the surviving metal from the wrecked ships has fused into a large and extremely dense deposit that could potentially be mined for centuries to come. So we have discovered living metal, and it is now a research option. And this is fascinating because it sounds like it will be another thing that will benefit our fleet.
System survey complete.
One of our science ships is still exploring and surveying down this way, but most importantly, we have a science ship down there, probably from the Kelzen, but it definitely looks like somebody is exploring this space, and we need to think about maybe taking it over ourselves. The Kelzen like us just fine, which is good, but the serene cannabinoids vote no for allowing us to join their federation. So I'm going to just keep proposing some basically one-sided deals with the cannabinoids. We'll give them an active sensor link and communications. I don't really think they need communications data at this point. I think everybody knows everybody now in the galaxy, but who knows. And then let's give them some minerals. I'm not going to give them minerals every month, but let's give them 500 minerals. That's no big deal, and they seem to like that idea. So hopefully this will make them friendlier over time, and they will let us join the Galactic League. The Galactic League has offered the Sacred Cyriland Association status. Hopefully I can join the League before the Cyriland, because I think the Cyriland like us even less than the cannabinoids right now. But the cannabinoids have accepted our one-sided deal. Not surprising, but that's good. RX2IJ087 is an asteroid that is covered in impact craters from asteroid collisions, but one stands out. It appears to have been created through the detonation of some kind of antimatter device. There is evidence elsewhere on the asteroid's surface indicating that it was heavily mined by the Voltam at some point roughly 12 million years ago. The large crater we found was presumably the location of their mining outpost. So we have an asteroid base special project, which is, of course, interesting.
Construction complete.
Our construction ships are continuing to do what they do best, and so we have a new outpost up this way, and this construction ship is ready for a new project. There are some other things I could have them go and do, but I'm thinking I might want to grab this system as a choke point against the Cloud, who are basically friendly to us right now, but I feel like this is a really good choke point that would give us access to a lot of space, but it will cost a lot of influence to do that, and so I immediately changed my mind and decided to have a new outpost built here instead. I might change my mind again later, but for now we'll do that. And we have earned another tradition point to spend, which is always very exciting. And we are ready to close out the expansion tree. So we have one option to increase our pop assembly speed by 10%, and so we will do that. Completing the tree gives us access to another ascension perk, which is even more exciting. We've got a bunch of options here. We could increase our sensor range. We could unlock a raiding bombardment stance. We could increase our naval capacity by quite a bit, and that is very tempting. Increase our administrative capacity. reduce the cost of clearing blockers, increase our starbase capacity, which is also very tempting to me, increase the duration of our edicts, increase our leader level cap and their experience gain, and then also we can reduce integration cost for new subjects. But the two things that are most intriguing to me are the starbase capacity and the naval capacity. I've already got a decent naval capacity, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go for that. I do expect the Bok to attack us again, so we want to have as big a fleet as we can support.
Special project complete.
Our special project studying the Voltam mining operation has been completed, and a closer examination has uncovered some of their abandoned mining equipment in a surviving tunnel. It was uniquely designed for use with their worm-like anatomy and appears to have been operated primarily through the body vibrations they used to communicate. So we gained a Voltam artifact and some engineering research points, and this is obviously an interesting find.
Construction complete.
We've got another new outpost and another idle construction ship, and because we are seeing this alien science ship down here in this space, I think we should go ahead and grab this system because it has a potentially habitable planet there for us. Meanwhile, deep within the crevice of a giant asteroid, we have found something astonishing. There is mining gear attached to the rock, digging itself into the vast depth of the asteroid. It stands abandoned with no sign of who placed it there. If we can stop the machine, we might be able to learn something about the technology used to build it, but we must hurry before random debris crushes it. So we could do a special project to try and stop the machine, or we could scrap it for materials and get a few minerals, but we've got plenty of minerals really, so I think we are going to try and stop the machine. But this is a timed project, so we need to get on it.
Technological acquisition successful.
We got some technology there, but more importantly, we have a new outpost up here, and we need a construction ship for that timed project, so I'm going to send this construction ship down to take care of that. But I'm still looking at all that space up here. That's very tempting space. Our friends over at the Artisan Troop would like another donation. They've basically abandoned their attempts to create scent-centered media. It was a foolish idea and has brought nothing but wasted time and unpleasant odors. In order to find our way back again, we will need donations from our trusted patrons. We thank you for your continued support, and we will certainly donate to our friends at the Artisan Troop, but never mind that. One of the many moons circling Arrakis 5 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with the gas giant in what is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been millions of years in the making, and it is a startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Coincidence? You decide. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it is too late. Fascinating. And so this is another special project. It's another timed special project to observe the moon impact, and this one will take a science ship. So we'll send a science ship to do that. And meanwhile, we will continue sucking up to the serene cannabinoids. Come on, cannabinoids. Like us. Let us into your galactic league. Let's offer them an active sensor link. And we won't bother with communications. Let's give them some energy credits. And we'll give them 500. I'm still not going to do a monthly deal with them, but we'll give them 500 energy credits. I really don't like this system they have here for choosing the amounts in these menus. I wish they would change this somehow. But we'll give them 500 energy credits, and what the hell, let's go ahead and give them 500 minerals also. And hopefully this will make them like us a little bit more, and eventually we will be able to join the Galactic League with the cannabinoids and the Kelzen. Come on, cannabinoids.
Special project complete.
Our special project has been completed. We were successful in our attempt to record the collision between Arrakis 5 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles in high definition, ultra high definition in fact, and I guess at this point maybe we have ultra high definition. But it was transmitted live throughout our space, and most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Coadjutron 11 were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. Coadjutron got some experience, we got some physics research points, and the show was marvelous. I'm not sure the same can be said for this video. Nothing really exciting happened. But we are hopefully getting friendlier with the cannabinoids, and hopefully that will lead to a membership in the Galactic League. But for now, we're going to leave off here. We will pick it up here in the next video. And as always, thanks very much for watching.